10.
Rio de Janeiro, or simply Rio, is the capital city of the state of Rio de Janeiro, the second largest city of Brazil, and the third largest metropolitan area and agglomeration in South America. There are approximately 6.3 million people living within the city proper, making it the sixth largest in the Americas and 26th in the world. Part of the city has been designated as a World Heritage Site, named Rio de Janeiro, Carioca landscapes between the mountain and the sea, identified by UNESCO on July 1, 2012 in the category Cultural Landscape. Rio de Janeiro is one of the most visited cities in the Southern Hemisphere and is known for its natural settings, carnival celebrations, samba, bossa nova, balneario beaches. Some of the most famous landmarks in addition to the beaches include the giant statue of Christ the Redeemer, Cristo Redentor, atop Corcovado mountain, named one of the new Seven Wonders of the World, and Maracanã Stadium, one of the world's largest football stadiums.
Top 9.
Tuscany is a region in central Italy with an area of about 23,000 square kilometers, and a population of about 3.8 million inhabitants. The regional capital is Florence. Tuscany is known for its landscapes, traditions, history, artistic legacy, and its influence on high culture. It is regarded as the birthplace of the Renaissance, and has been home to many figures influential in the history of art and science, and contain well-known museums such as the Uffizi and the Pitti Palace. Tuscany produces wines, including Chianti, Vino Nobile di Montepulciano, Morellino di Scanzano, and Brunello di Montalcino. Having a strong linguistic and cultural identity, it is sometimes considered a nation within a nation. 7 Tuscan localities have been designated World Heritage Sites: the Historic Center of Florence, the Historical Center of Siena, the Square of the Cathedral of Pisa, the Historical Center of San Gimignano, the Historical Center of Pienza, the Val di Orcia, and Medici Villas and Gardens. Tuscany has over 120 protected nature reserves, making Tuscany and its capital Florence popular tourist destinations that attract millions of tourists every year.
Top 8.
Cancun is a city in southeastern Mexico, located on the northeast coast of the Yucatan Peninsula in the Mexican state of Quintana Roo. It is a major world-renowned tourist destination, as well as being the seat of the municipality of Benito Juarez. The city is located on the Caribbean Sea, and is one of the easternmost points in Mexico. Apart from the island tourist zone, the Mexican residential section of the city, the downtown part of which is known as El Centro, follows a master plan that consists of supermanzanas, superblocks, giant trapezoids with a central, open, non-residential area cut in by U-shaped residential streets. Cancun has a tropical climate, specifically a tropical wet and dry climate, with few temperature differences between seasons, but pronounced rainy seasons. The city is warm year-round, and moderated by onshore trade winds, with an annual mean temperature of 27.1 degrees Celsius.
Top 7.
The great and small temples in Abu Simbel are massive rock-cut temples built by Ramesses II. They were originally built in Nubia next to the Second Cataract, but since the construction of the Aswan High Dam, they have been moved to their present location. They were built both to show Egypt's influence over rich Nubia and to show Ramesses II as a god. Today they are preserved as a part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site Nubian Monuments. The great temple at Abu Simbel was dedicated to three gods Amun, Re Horakti, and Te. The great temple was also dedicated to Ramesses II as a deified king. The great temple is meant to be Ramesses II's mansion of millions of years hewn in the rock, as the first king's cupbearer Ashehibst said. It is believed that the axis of the temple was positioned by the ancient Egyptian architects in such a way that on October 22 and February 22, the rays of the sun would penetrate the sanctuary and illuminate the sculptures on the back wall, except for the statue of Te, the god connected with the underworld, who always remained in the dark. People gather at Abu Simbel to witness this remarkable sight, on October 21 and February 21.
Top 6.
Angel Falls is a waterfall in Venezuela. It is the world's highest uninterrupted waterfall, with a height of 979 meter and a plunge of 807 meter. The waterfall drops over the edge of the Ollantaytambo mountain in the Canaima National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the Gran Sabana region of Bolívar State. The falls are on the Gaja River, which flows into the Curun River, a tributary of the Carao River. Angel Falls is one of Venezuela's top tourist attractions, though a trip to the falls is a complicated affair. The falls are located in an isolated jungle. A flight from Puerto Ordaz or Ciudad Bolívar is required to reach Canaima Camp, the starting point for river trips to the base of the falls. River trips generally take place from June to December, when the rivers are deep enough for the wooden carreras used by the Pemen guides. During the dry season, December to March, there is less water seen than in the other months.
Top 5.
Istanbul is the largest city in Turkey, constituting the country's economic, cultural, and historical heart. With a population of 14.1 million, the city forms one of the largest urban agglomerations in Europe, second largest in the Middle East and the fifth largest city in the world, by population within city limits. Istanbul is a transcontinental city, straddling the Bosphorus, one of the world's busiest waterways, in northwestern Turkey, between the Sea of Marmara and the Black Sea. Its commercial and historical center lies in Europe, while a third of its population lives in Asia. Approximately 11.6 million foreign visitors arrived in Istanbul in 2012, 2 years after it was named a European Capital of Culture, making the city the world's fifth most popular tourist destination. The city's biggest draw remains its historic center, partially listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but its cultural and entertainment hub can be found across the city's natural harbor, the Golden Horn, in the Beyoğlu district. Considered a global city, Istanbul is one of the fastest-growing metropolitan economies in the world.
Top 4.
Bled is an alpine town alongside glacial Lake Bled in northwestern Slovenia. It is the seat of the municipality of Bled. It is most notable as a popular tourist destination in the Upper Carniola region and in Slovenia as whole, attracting visitors from abroad as well. Perched on a rock overlooking the lake is the iconic Bled Castle. The town is also known in Slovenia for its vanilla and cream pastry. Due to its mild climate, Bled has been visited by aristocratic guests from all across the world. Today it is an important convention center and tourist resort, offering a wide range of sports activities, golf, fishing, and horseback riding. It is a starting point for mountain treks and hikes, especially within nearby Triglav National Park. A small island in the middle of the lake is home to Assumption of Mary Pilgrimage Church. Visitors frequently ring its bell for good luck.
Top 3.
Machu Picchu is a 15th century Inca site located 2,430 meters above sea level. It is located in the Cusco region, Urubamba province, Machu Picchu district in Peru. It is situated on a mountain ridge above the Sacred Valley, which is 80 kilometers northwest of Cusco and through which the Urubamba River flows. Most archaeologists believe that Machu Picchu was built as an estate for the Inca Emperor Pachacuti. Often mistakenly referred to as the Lost City of the Incas, it is perhaps the most familiar icon of Inca civilization. The Incas built the estate around 1450, but abandoned it a century later at the time of the Spanish conquest. Although known locally, it was unknown to the outside world before being brought to international attention in 1911, by the American historian Hiram Bingham. Since then, Machu Picchu has become an important tourist attraction. Most of the outlying buildings have been reconstructed in order to give tourists a better idea of what the structures originally looked like. Since the site was not known to the Spanish during their conquest, it is highly significant as a relatively intact cultural site. Machu Picchu was declared a Peruvian historical sanctuary in 1981. And a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983. In 2007, Machu Picchu was voted one of the new 7 wonders of the world in a worldwide internet poll. Machu Picchu was built in the classical Inca style, with polished dry stone walls. Its 3 primary structures are the Intihuatana, the Temple of the Sun, and the Room of the 3 Windows. These are located in what is known by archaeologists as the Sacred District of Machu Picchu.
Top 2.
Venice is a city in northeastern Italy sited on a group of 118 small islands separated by canals and linked by bridges. It is located in the marshy Venetian lagoon, which stretches along the shoreline, between the mouths of the Po and the Piave rivers. Venice is renowned for the beauty of its setting, its architecture, and its artworks. The city in its entirety is listed as a World Heritage Site, along with its lagoon. The name is derived from the ancient Veneti people who inhabited the region by the 10th century BC. The city historically was the capital of the Republic of Venice. Venice has been known as the La Dominante, Serenissima, Queen of the Adriatic, City of Water, City of Masks, City of Bridges, the Floating City, and City of Canals. Luigi Bardini described it in the New York Times as undoubtedly the most beautiful city built by man. Venice has also been described by the Times Online as being one of Europe's most romantic cities. The Republic of Venice was a major maritime power during the Middle Ages and Renaissance, and a staging area for the Crusades and the Battle of Lepanto, as well as a very important center of commerce, especially silk, grain, and spice, and art in the 13th century up to the end of the 17th century. This made Venice a wealthy city throughout most of its history. It is also known for its several important artistic movements, especially the Renaissance period. Venice has played an important role in the history of symphonic and operatic music, and it is the birthplace of Antonio Vivaldi. Venice is one of the most important tourist destinations in the world for its celebrated art and architecture. The city has an average of 50,000 tourists a day. It is regarded as one of the world's most beautiful cities.
Top 1.
Maldives is an island nation in the Indian Ocean-Arabian Sea area, consists of 1,192 coral islands grouped in a double chain of 26 atolls. The chains stand in the Laccadive Sea, about 700 kilometers southwest of Sri Lanka and 400 kilometers southwest of India. The Maldives is the smallest Asian country in both population and land area. With an average ground level elevation of 1.5 meters above sea level, it is the planet's lowest country. It is also the country with the lowest natural highest point in the world, at 2.4 meters. Forecasts predicting future inundation of the Maldives due to rising sea levels are of great concern to its people. Tourism is the largest economic industry in the Maldives. A tourist resort in the Maldives consists of an exclusive hotel on its own island, with its population entirely based on tourists and workforce, with no local people or houses. In addition to its beach encircling the island, each island has its own house reef, which serves as a coral garden and natural aquarium for scuba divers and snorkelers. The shallow water enclosed by the house reef also serves as a large natural swimming pool and protects swimmers from the ocean waves and strong tidal currents outside the house reef. Maldivian waters are home to several ecosystems, but are most noted for their variety of colorful coral reefs. The tropical climate is influenced by monsoons, although bright sunny weather with a light sea breeze can be expected most days. Temperature, 30 degrees Celsius all year round.